What's going on, guys? It's your boy Ajen back again for another Outerplane video. And for today, it's time to make a definitive PVE tier list. Yes, it's been a while since I made a PVE focus only tier list in Outerplane. Just take note that tier lists are pretty much subjective. It varies from person to person. You may agree or disagree with me and it's fine. So just take it with a big grain of salt. So let us begin. You might think that making a PVE tier list is kinda easy, but it's not. Because since PVE in Outerplane is very easy in my honest opinion, it's really hard to make a tier list around them. Now, these are the category of my PVE tier list. This is my definitive PVE tier list. I'm gonna be updating this one once a few characters got released. So we have here at the top of the tiering, which is a top tier, they are the top tier characters in PVE that are worth racing. And then I have here a PvP unit category because there are some characters that are not really meant for PVE, but you might just want to race them or use them for PvP purposes. We will be talking about them once we go on to the list. Then we have here the niche list category. These are the characters that they are not really a priority, but they have some certain uses in certain aspects of the PvE content in the game. Like for example, one character is really good on that stage or something like that. So they are somewhat niche. They are not an overall top tier character in my honest opinion. And then we have here the last tiering, which is the don't waste resources. Yes, do not waste your resources on them, especially if you're a beginner or a mid-game player, because usually tier lists are there to help the new players or the mid-game players to decide on whose character are worth racing, especially when they just started out, right? If you're an end-game player, you can just race every character you want. Now, let us begin. These are arranged alphabetically. First in the list is Adelaide. Don't waste resources. Yes, just don't. Next, we have Air at a natural 3-star character. Air is top tier in PvE. Yes, she's very top tier in PvE. Hunts, guild raids, hard tower, name it. Air can do all of those at ease. She is one of those most recommended character in clearing those certain contents. And not only because she is a really good DPS character, her strip debuff is really useful in PvE. That is why she is top tier here in PvE. Next, we have Akari. Akari, in my honest opinion, is a PvP unit. Yes, her debuffs is meant for PvP. Not really good. I mean, it's not really that bad. You can still use her in PvE. I use her in PvE in this calamari stages. She can be a niche unit, but I'd rather raise Akari if you're going to be using her in PvP. I'd rather use her on PvP than in PvE because there are better characters to use in PvE. And if your main focus is PvE, then she's not really a mass priority. The top tiers are the mass priority in my honest opinion. Alice. Alice is a top tier character. Not only in PvE but also in PvP. She is one of the most versatile characters in the game. Why? Because she is a really good opener. Not only that one, for PvE, she can do the unbuffable buff. Wait, Akari can also do that one. So, yeah, Akari is also a top tier in PvP. In PvE. Those kinds of debuffs can really punish certain aspects of the game in PvE. Like, for example, in Hard Tower, where you can just do the unbuffable on them. And also, characters that enhance, for example, for Alice, in Glycis, you can just try to buff the boss with the unbuffable. No, I'm gonna be putting in PvP unit. Alice is here because Alice can also strip the buffs from the bosses. That is why Alice is here in the top tier in PVE. Next, we have Alpha. Just don't waste your resources. Ame, top tier. Yeah, Ame is just brutal in PvP. In PvE when it comes to dealing massive damage to the boss. Her transition from S3 to S1 attack is really powerful, really strong, and especially she got buff for bossing. So yeah, Ame is not only a really top tier in PvP but also a really top tier character in PvE. Characters that can transition from a skill tree to another skill is, in my honest opinion, a really good skill kit, because you can generate more CP faster, and generating CP faster in PvE is one of the most cheesy strategy, so that you can clear the stages with ease, because once you get enough CP points, you will be able to launch the chain skill, which is one of the most unique mechanics in Outerplane. And if you can easily get more CP, then yes, it's going to be really easy for you in clearing those certain stages in PvE. Ame is a really good CP generator because of her S3 to S1. Same with Air also. Air also can easily generate CP from S3. If there is no buff to the boss, she will be able to attack again. Oh, we have here Aste. Normal Aste. I think Aste is just a niche character. If you are really, if you needed her kills. I cannot remember where there was a time that I needed Aste, because other characters can already clear the content for me. I never even use her. Maybe you can enlighten me where she is good in PvE, but I think she's just a niche character in my honest opinion. Next, we have Beth. Beth is top tier in PvE. Yes, her HP cut is really something. Characters that can do some HP cut to the bosses are top tier in PvE in my honest opinion. Also, she's very cute. Not really, we're not really rating the characters by their design, but her skill kit is really meant for PvE, not in PvP. Her bleed debuff is also really nice, and it functions really well with her skill set, because if the enemy has some form of bleed or something, she can do some really nasty HP cut to the enemy. Really useful in some hunts, and also guild raids, really powerful, and also in some certain stages in the hard tower. Blue, don't just waste your resources here. Charlotte is a top tier character. Why? Her utility is top tier in my honest opinion. Utility characters are going to be rated really high in tier list. Also in my list also, they are going to be really rated really high. Charlotte can buff the critical rate, which makes gearing really easy. It gives your team a 50% critical chance buff. So you only need 50% crit chance to your other characters, and that makes gearing really easily. That is why she is a top tier, and not only that one, she pushes the priority of mage's character, and not only also that one, she also gives some attack buff, accuracy and attack buff. Very powerful opener. She deserves the top tier here in PvE ratings. Christina might be a niche character, but I'd rather use her in PvP. Yeah, she's very good in PvP, especially in tanking damages. Especially now that there is a 6-star Demi Blood. Christina is one of those characters that help me try to fight against those ones. She's a really good bruiser in PvP, so I'm just gonna be putting her here in the PvP unit, not in the PvE. There are only a few tanks that you need in PvE. We will be talking about that one when we get there. Cindy is a niche character. If you need the attack buff and the accuracy buff, especially like in stages like the Twin Beetle hunt, she might be good there, but overall, I think she's just a niche character. Not really a top tier, but a niche. Same with Claire. Claire is also a niche character. She is somewhat like an attack healer. Yeah, because her heals depends on her attack stat. So she's kinda unique in that sense. If you don't have any good character for the Green Hunts, she might find some uses there, but I'd rather not just wait and until you get your hands on really good characters, because I think she's just a niche character. She's very useful before when there were very few characters on the game, but right now we have a lot of characters already, so she's just a niche character in my honest opinion. Dahlia is a PvP unit. Yes, Dahlia is a PvP unit. Top tier in PvP, but in the case of PvE, I don't think you really need her in PvE. She's very squishy, and if there are certain missions that your character does not need to die, with clear the stage with no dead characters, she's not going to last there because she's very squishy. Ooh, Demi Aste. Demi Aste can be a top tier here and also a PvP unit, but I'm just gonna be putting her in the PvP unit because that is where I find her most useful and the most used character in PvP. Same with Demi Drakan, PvP unit. They can be used in PvE, but I'd rather use them in PvP rather than in PvE because their kit is really well suited for PvE, not in PvE. One of the most broken demiurge character in the game, this Stella, probably she's around here. Her HP cut is really something. Her revenge skill is really something. She cannot be crowd controlled by the enemy. Really strong. Really strong chain skill. Top tier in PvE. Not only in PvE, but also in PvP. Demi Blada is a PvP unit in my honest opinion. Although she can strip the buffs, you might find some uses for that one. So if you don't have really good stripper that needs some stripping, then she can be used there in PvE, but I'd rather use her in PvP. Dali is a niche character. If you need to silence the boss or sleep, she's your go-to character. But before, she's really strong when the game was on the early phase, but right now already maybe 10 or 11 months had passed, she already fallen off. Just a niche character in my honest opinion. Drakhan is also a niche character. Her skill set is meant for PvE, but I don't see her as a top tier character. Yeah, I don't see her as a top tier character in my honest opinion. She's just a niche character. Eliza. I'd like to put Eliza on PvP unit only. You might find some uses for her strips because I think in the light dungeon you cannot strip the buff of the boss. That's what makes this dark character somewhat useless in that stages. Their utility to strip the buff is somewhat useless. So yeah, I'm just gonna be putting Eliza here in PvP because in PvP she is a really good opener. Can also strip the buffs. But yeah, I don't think I find her really useful in PvE. Epsilon, same with Eliza, PvP unit. Eternal is top tier in PvE. Really nice. Defense break, strip, really strong. Can generate CP really easily with her transition from S3 to another skill. From her exclusive equipment is really top tier in my honest opinion. She deserves the spot here in the top tier. Ava, niche. Let's not just waste talking about this niche character. Peinan also niche. If you need some immunity buff, same like normal Aste, then she can be a niche character here. Fang? Is her name Fang? What is her name? I forgot. Penrear. What Fang? I think I mistook her from some other gacha games. Penrear. Don't just waste your resources. She may find some uses if you're maybe an OG player. You raise her and use her. But right now, in today's stage of the game, don't just waste your resources for her. Oh. What is his name? Plumberge. Yeah, Plumberge. Plumberge is a healer, budget healer. I don't think don't just waste your resources this one. Francesca is a niche character in my honest opinion. She's really fallen off. I think she needs a nerf. I need a nerf. I mean, she needs a buff. Yeah, I think the devs needs to buff her for her to become relevant again. I just don't find her really useful now, especially I am a PvP enjoyer. She's not really good in PvP, but in PvE, she's also somewhat mid. Guisam, don't raise your resources here. What is her name? I forgot. Hanbyul Lee. Yeah, Hanbyul Lee. Hanbyul Lee is top tier in my honest opinion. One of those tanks that can be really useful in PvE because per counter attack. When you counter attacks the enemy, you gain more CP, right? So more CP generation and also gives your highest attacker a counter 100% counter proc chance. More CP gain, more easy for you to launch the chain skill, and those chain skills are really a cheese strategy in PvE. Top tier here. Not only she's top tier in PvP also, but here in PvE she's also top tier. Idit niche. Iota PvP. Let's just we have a lot on the list, right? So we will just be talking about mostly the top tier characters. Iris is a niche character. Her burn debuffs can be pretty darn good, especially paired with the new character Blada. But as a natural 2-star character, her stats are somewhat on the low side. And also, I just find her just a niche character. Okay, don't just waste your resources here. Kate can be a niche character for some hands, some hard mode stages in the tower, because in hard tower, you are forced to use 2-star characters, right? So, and she is a 2-star natural 2-star character, so she might find some uses in hard mode tower. So yeah, I'm just gonna be putting her here. Leilani. Let me be clear. Lane. Oh my god. It's because I don't use these characters. That is why I mostly forget their names. So Lane is a niche character, can be really good in a guild raid. But other than that one, I don't really find her useful in other PvE contents. Laplace is top tier in PvE. Same like in the case of Beth and Stella, her HP cut is really powerful, really strong, especially in guild raids. They chase a lot of the Gias bosses in guild raids, and if you want to score really high in guild raids, these are the characters that you want in your team. Laplace, Beth, and Stella. Those are the 3 HP cut users that are really strong in guild raid. I believe there is another HP cut user. I forgot who is that one on their skill chain. I think it's Iota or Demi-Blada. Let me just check that one. Let me just check it really fast. Skill chain. Yeah, Iota is also can do some HP cut to the boss. 8% max health. Really good. So Iota might be also really good in PvE, but I'd rather use her in PvP. She's very strong in PvP. Same with Leo. Leo is a PvP unit. Snow? No, not Snow. Lily. Lily, don't waste your resources. Same with Lisham. Don't waste your resources. Layla can be a niche healer if you need some HOT. Marian can be a niche character for certain hunts where you can just curse, debuff the boss. That is what her main usage. Maxwell is just a niche in my honest opinion. Maxwell is only good in my honest opinion for mob clearing. Yeah, for certain regular stages. Mayne is a PvP unit. PvP unit here. Mero can be a top tier. Mero is a top tier. Yeah, top tier in PvE. Attack buff, zombie mode, can do some really nasty solo clear. So yeah, she's top tier. But not really in the top tier in the sense here. Just here in the top tier category. Rating the characters in the top tier might be something like this. Yeah, like this. No, like this. Yeah, something like this. Narukang, don't waste your resources. Noah is top tier in PvE. Really strong. Up to this date, Noah has still proven herself to be a really top tier character in PvE. She is one of those characters that can hit really hard and also really strong. Even though they nerf her CP generation ability, she's still somewhat top tier in terms of dealing damage to the enemy. Especially her critical hit to normal attack to S2, the transition for that one. They nerf getting CP from that one, but it's still a really powerful combination of attacks. And it really helps in chipping especially the boss HP if there are a turn limit on how to clear on how to 3-star the stages. Notia is a top tier in PvE also. AoE cleave attack can do some nasty debuffs. Really good in some hunts and also in some in guild raids. Also in hard tower. Those are the reasons why I rated characters in the top tier. If they can do more than one certain aspect of PvE, like the necessary one, the hunts, the guild raids, and the hard tower, they are rated really high here in the list. And also, if you are a utility character, I rated them really top tier. Next we have Orox. God Orox. Sorry, but I know there will be a lot of Orox fans out there. Not really a good character to waste your resources. Party can be a niche character. Same with what is his name? Pesket. Yeah, Pesket is just a niche character. Can be useful in guild raids. I forgot about your name. Who are you? You're not Sophia, right? Pilia. Pilia. Don't waste your resources. Regina. Regina is top tier. Regina is top tier, but I'd rather use her in... no, you can use her in... She's top tier in PvP in terms of dealing damage. Yeah, her damage is just outrageous. Even in PvP, she's one of those characters that can just one-shot anyone. Also, in PvE, I've already showcased Regina in PvE where I try to fight the Grand Calamari. Her damage in Grand Calamari is just through the roof. Yeah, she's very, very strong in PvE. But not really at the... Here. Only here. Yeah, only here. Next, we have... Niche. If you need the defense break, Niche. Rona. Yeah, Rona is her name. Rico. Don't waste resources. Rin. Rin can be a niche or a... no, Rin can still be good. Rin can be good in hunts, in guild raids, and also in hard tower. Still top tier, but in PvP, she's really fallen off. But in PvE, yeah, still top tier here. Ritsu. What is your name? Ritsu? Ritri. Ritri, man. Niche. Yeah, she's a niche character. Can be really good in hard tower. But other than that one, she's niche. Siren, good in hard tower, good in guild raids, good in some hunts. So she's a top tier character here. Probably the only healer for now that is top tier here. Shu, don't waste resources. Sigma is a PvP unit, but she's not really good in PvP, but her skill set is just meant for PvP in my honest opinion. Snow is niche. Sophia, don't waste resources. Normal Stella, PvP unit. Steropi, PvP unit. In my honest opinion, you may argue that she may have some uses in PvE. Especially her weakness gauge reduction is really something, right? But I'd rather use her. She may be. I'll just put her here in the niche category. If you want to use her as something like that. But she's very strong now in PvP as a bruiser. I'd just rather use her in PvP rather than use her in PvE. Tamara is top tier. Top tier also in PvE. Not only in PvP, but also in PvE. She's really fast. One of the things that I like about Tamara in PvE is that her S1 can proc dual attacks. And if you proc dual attacks, you're easily gaining CP, right? Especially if you have the amulet that can generate 10 CP when you hit some critical hits. That one is an easy 20 CP already for you to be able to spam your chain skill. That is why Tamara is really top tier in PvE. Also, her debuff is really strong. So yeah, Tamara deserves the spot here. Probably way around here. Something here. Yes. Tanya looks hotter now. This is an old picture of mine. Don't waste resources. Theo is top tier in my honest opinion. Guild raids, hunts, and also hard tower. She's pretty much everywhere. At a 2-star character at that. Probably she's the only 2-star character rated really high on my tier list. Yeah, she's one of the early trifecta in the game. We have Noah, Valentine, and Theo for that one. Still up to this day, she's still really good. So I think she deserves the top tier spot here in PvE. Valentine, top tier, really, really strong around here. Same like in the case of Charlotte, Valentine makes your gearing really, really easily. Having the critical rate and critical damage buff to your team is a huge boost. Not only that one, her S1 can proc dual attacks. And as I've said with Tamara, dual attacks are really, really strong in PVE since you can gain lots of CP points. Vera, don't waste your resources. Veronica is top tier in PvP, in PvE. Really, really strong. Can proc dual attacks with her S1. Can strip some buffs. Really, really strong tank. Hans can even solo Meteos Hunt 10 if you want to chase that one. You can just solo it with Veronica. So, for you to have an easy 3-star for that one for beginner players, Veronica can solo that one. So, really top tier. Hans, Guild Raids, and Hard Tower. Veronica can cover them. Blada. I've already tested Blada, and I think Blada is top tier in PvE. Yeah. When Guild Raid comes, I'm gonna be showcasing her in Guild Raids. But in Hans, she's already proven herself for me in Hans that she can do some nasty damage to the boss. I think her damage and her burn debuff is really, really strong in PvE right now. Her detonate is really something. Her detonate is way, way better compared to the detonate of party because it has some increased damage on her detonate skill compared to party where she just detonates the burn debuff. In the case of Blada, she got some bonus damage on her detonate skill. Top tier in my honest opinion, but not really here. Only here in the bottom list here. It might change when Guild Raid comes when I tested her, but for now I'm just gonna be rating her here. But she's still a top tier in my honest opinion. Yuri, don't waste your resources. Yes, that sums up all of my definitive PvE tier list. All the characters that you see here in the top tier are worth raising your resources. They are worth investing with your resources. PvP unit, you might also want to raise them, but I'd rather use them in PvP rather than in PvE, and this is a PvE tier list. So units that are really excelling in PvE are really rated top tier. Well, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And I think that's it for me for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it if you can help me grow my channel more. And thank you to everyone who are supporting my channel. I appreciate every one of you. Until next time, peace.